Hello everyone. Today we're going to be making this adorable little note card. So this is the outside of it, and this is the inside of it. Oh, I love it! It's using some new Stampin' Up! Stuff from the newest catalog. Okay, so to begin with, this is on Wisteria Wonder. I printed out using my printer, and I don't know that everybody can do this. I feel I might be pushing the boundaries of my printer by doing it, but I was able to print a note from Courtney, which is my name, on my printer, or using my printer and Wisteria Wonder cardstock. So my suggestion is that you consult your user's guide for your printer and make sure that the weight of the Stampin' Up! Cardstock is not too bulky or too heavy for your printer to handle. Please don't just go ahead and do it and then get mad when it breaks your printer completely, because I'm not telling you that you can for sure do it. Just check your guide and make sure that you can do it. I'm pushing the boundaries of mine, but it's letting me do it, so I'm going to go with it. So I'm going to actually be doing this for my stamp club next month, and I'm going to print everybody's name out on a piece of Wisteria Wonder. So then I took it, I printed my name out a few times with a note from Courtney on it. I think I got 6, maybe 8. I only did 3, but I think I can get 6 or 8. And then I die cut it using this framelit from the Labels collection. It's the second one in from the inside, so it's the second size, the second smallest size. You're going to be using a piece of Perfect Plum cardstock, and that's cut at 5.5 by 8.5 and scored at 4 1/4. You're going to be using 2 more pieces of Wisteria Wonder cardstock, and they're cut at 4 by 5 1/4. Now one of them you're just going to leave the way you cut it, and the other one you're going to corner around 3 corners. Okay? Cut out 2 pieces of Whisper White, and these are cut at 3 3/3 by 5. And you'll see that I stamped my images down already. This image is this adorable shoe. Ta-da! From the Fabulous You set. And I also used the sentiment, which says, "The best friends come in all shapes and sizes, just like fabulous shoes." And I did this shoe in Perfect Plum, and I did the sentiment in Wisteria Wonder ink. Okay, and again with this one, this is the inside of the card, so you're going to corner around 3 of those corners, not all 4. So you're going to leave the top one, the top left one, uncut. Alright, so once, and I also used the little Papillon Potpourri set, which is this, and I used this butterfly right here in that set, and I just stamped it in Wisteria Wonder down on my Wisteria Wonder cardstock. Okay? So you're going to take a little bit of repositionable adhesive or temporary adhesive, and you're going to kind of figure out where you like it underneath this one. And this stamp set is the Forever With You stamp set. I used this one, and we're going to use this one. I inked that up in the Perfect Plum, and so what I did was I basically just kind of figured out on the top where I wanted the bigger stamp, and I just stamped it down, and then I punched out all 4 corners using the scallop trim corner punch. Okay, and then get it set up the way that you like it, and you're going to take this stamp from the Forever With You stamp set. You're going to ink it up really well in the Perfect Plum, and the way that I like to do that with the new ink pads, I have 2 ways. I actually prefer to keep my stamp down flat on the surface and then ink on top of it, because for some reason I feel like I get a lot less ink on the sides of the stamp if I do it that way. Alright, so you can, and you really don't have to put any pressure on these stamps at all. Just light tap, 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 and it'll ink it up really easily. I think I'm actually even inking it up more than it needs to be, but that's one way I do it. Another way is I'll just set it on top of the image and then just tap the back of it with my finger. And it generally not all the time, but it generally keeps it from getting along the edges because those pads are so juicy and so soft that I'm telling you, no pressure at all is required. Okay, so then take it, and I like this block, the Fiskars block, whatever this thing is called, best, because I feel like it does a pretty good job of positioning things pretty well for me. I can see everything real clear. So you set it up, and there you go. So then you'll take this piece off. As inky as these new ink pads are, make sure that your image is dry before you touch it, because they do take a little while longer to dry, but they're beautiful. I love them. Okay, I used a little bit of liquid pearl on my little dot that I did before A Note from Courtney. So you can kind of see that it's a little shimmery. You can just use basic pearls, gems, whatever you want to do. I just used a little bit of liquid pearl. And position it back where you like it again. Okay, and you're going to adhere these two pieces together. And adhere these two to the front of the card. Okay, and I already put these two pieces together, adhered them together, and I put some ATG on the back, and you'll adhere that to the inside of the card. Give it a nice little fold at the score line, and there you go. Gorgeous. You can make these pretty quickly and pretty easily, so you can make multiples of them and maybe make packets. You can, if you can, print things on your Stampin' Up! Cardstock with your printer. Then you can make multiples of these for other people. You can go ahead and put these together for people as gifts. You can make a nice little set for yourself and give them to people, and they're beautiful. I love this shoe, and I am undecided. I might bling this up a little bit in the future. You can use some two-way glue and do some dazzling diamonds and some of the details if you'd like, but I'm right now leaving it the way it is, and maybe I'll come up with something else later. That's it. I hope you all had fun. I love this thing. It's pretty easy to make, and I had fun making it with you. Until next time, happy stampin'!